There's something about the music, the soundtrack of your past. Wish it could play on forever. Wish it could make the good days last. Not a drop of rain outside, but it was storming in my head. My eyes kept springing open, so I rolled right out of bed. Grabbed the keys for that old clunker, hoped I'd make it around the block. Took forever to get it started, dashboard blinking 12 o'clock. I headed toward the beach, thought the sea would clear my mind. Life at home was getting shaky, work was kicking my behind. I just wanted to escape, fill my lungs with salty air, drive with the windows open, trying not to have a care. But there was something missing, what it was I could not say. So I turned to head back home when a bum got in my way. I had to slam the brakes, things went flying toward the front. He got me steaming mad, could not believe he pulled that stunt. But something hit my feet that turned that night around. All the peace that I could need was lying right up on the ground. It was a time machine, it was an echo from the past. It was life when things were easy, it was a memory you can blast. All the greatest from the 80s, I had the 90s too. That funky little band that I thought I only knew. The anthems of my childhood, the songs that were so fly, that one my folks don't know about, the ones that make me cry. There's something about the music, the soundtrack of your past. Wish it could play on forever, wish it could make the good days last. I took one out the jacket, pushed it in and watched it slide. The CD player wasn't working, I had to punch the thing alive. The speaker started humming, turned the volume up to 10. I ran right out of road, had to go around again. Looked in my rearview mirror, I saw the flashing lights descend. Had to pull it to the curb, oh thank God it was my friend. Billy strolled up to the window, told me to turn it down. Said that it was way too late to be acting like a clown. But then the next one started playing, he hadn't heard it for a while. The grimace painted on his face, all of a sudden was a smile. Hey, turn that sucker up. Remember when this one came out? We were staying out all hours, living life without a doubt. We listened to some country, we listened to some rock. That album with the warning label till way past 3 o'clock. We sat there banging heads, singing till our throats were done, talking about the good old times, how it was when we were young. There's something about the music, the soundtrack of your past. Wish it could play on forever, wish it could make the good days last. I was let off with a warning, better see you the next night. Now sneak into your house if you want to avoid a fight. She was standing in the driveway, holding up a rolling pin. It's almost 4 o'clock, can you tell me where you've been? I had to think real fast, I only had one chance. I put on our wedding CD, took her hand for our first dance. She didn't look amused, my heart began to rip. But things were getting nicer when I took her for a dip. I turned off the old clunker and I waddled off to bed. The wife thought we'd get frisky, but I nodded off instead. There's something about the music, the soundtrack of your past. Wish it could play on forever, wish it could make the good days last. There's something about the music, the soundtrack of your past. Wish it could play on forever, wish it could make the good days last.